morning, everybody. Welcome to Stage Court Farm. My name's Craig, and we're going to be doing some maintenance around the farm today. So I hope you enjoy tagging along. Well, I was doing a little mowing around the trampoline and decided I'd give the goats a little bit of a treat this time of year since it's so dry and we don't get a lot of fresh grass all the time. So one of the important things that we're going to be doing is filling up the water trough. So one of the important things we got to do is to make sure the goats have clean, fresh water. Especially on these days when it's hot, it's real easy for algae to get built up in the water troughs. So basically every 2 days is when I dump out the trough, clean the trough, if need be, use a pressure washer to spray it out to make sure it's clean, and then just refill it. Oh, that job is done. That was pretty simple task to complete, but the goats will definitely appreciate that fresh water throughout the day. You just have to love this time of year. See if I can get him focused. These darn little sweat bees. Well, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to get him focused in, but I'm sure all of you can relate to the joys of sweat bees. So one of the important things is minerals. So I'm going to fill up this mineral feeder for these goats. Hopefully they don't knock me over, because you would think that I never feed them. Alright there, girl, leave the camera alone. We don't want to create any bloopers for these people. This is Bubba. I'm sure most of you have already seen him in the other video, but Bubba is another pet dog. Bubba follows you pretty much everywhere. He's pretty friendly. He was pretty much that way from day one when he first was born in the spring. Whew, it's a hot day out here. I'm sweating like crazy. But in regards to mineral, some people like to use what's a loose mineral that avoids the goats from having to, bite, chew, rip at the mineral. Others use like what's called a block mineral. I tend to use both. I use a loose mineral, and I use a molasses mineral that comes in a bucket. I'll show you a little bit of clips of that later on here. But I tend to find that certain goats like loose mineral more than they do the block mineral, the hard mineral, the molasses mineral, and I find some just the opposite, where they prefer the molasses mineral. Now, of course, the molasses mineral is a little bit sweeter, but I like to give them a couple of choices of mineral, just like people, they have their own attitudes and things they like and dislike, which is the interesting thing about goats. Is certain ones, I'll bring food scraps, vegetables, things of that nature. Some of them will just tear right into those scraps, and then other ones will throw their nose up at it. So they all have their own unique personality once you observe them and interact with them. So, but yeah, so that's it. Mineral. So the next task we're going to do is we're going to work on this fence behind here, where the goats have pushed out the fence and actually pulled out the staples holding the goat fence against the post. It's one of those someday tasks that I've always said, someday I need to get to this. I need to put these boards up to help give resistance against the goats pushing out the fence and pulling out the staples. Well, I finished putting those boards on. I didn't have enough spare boards laying around to finish it, so I'll have to make a trip to the local sawmill and grab a couple more boards. Again, I'd like to thank you for tagging along today with Sage Court Farm. From all of us, have a great day, and please subscribe and hit that like button, and we will see you on the other side.